to another video. In this video I am at Manchester Airport and I'm going to be flying on an Emerald ATR72 to Belfast City Airport. This is currently the RVP in my visitor park, however I will shortly be going to the terminal to get ready for our flight back to Belfast. I had no bags to check in, although check-in looked fairly empty. To security, which was also a breeze. While I waited for the ATR72 to arrive, I had great views over the apron. And this is what the sitting area actually looked like. But before we knew it, our Emerald ATR72 arrived at the gate from Belfast City Airport. And here's our flight for today, EI3615. Emerald, also known as Aer Lingus Regional, allow you to take 7 kilograms of luggage on board as carry-on. And now while our aircraft is parked right beside the terminal, we'll have to walk out to it due to it not being high enough to attach to a jet bridge. However, this will allow us to get a good look at it before we get our flight back to Belfast City Airport. And here's our flight for today. This is Charlie Mike, Juliet Mike. And now we will board our Emerald ATR72 back to Belfast.
Which is currently being refueled. We ask you to remain seated with your seatbelt open. All exits and aisles must be kept clear of obstruction. Portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, must not be used. Refueling has been completed. Thank you.
And now we wait while the other passengers board.
Refueling has now been completed. You may fasten your seatbelts. Portable electronic devices may be used. Thank you.
And then before we knew it, we'd get ready to push back. And then after a short taxi to the runway, we get ready for takeoff. You cannot really make out just how loud the Pratt & Whitney P127 engines actually are. However, I will show you a rough idea of how loud they are in the next video. And now as we cruise out over Manchester and towards Liverpool, I will now take you through the map for this flight. start off by heading west towards Liverpool, and then as we arrive at Liverpool we start to head up the Irish Sea, over the Isle of Man, and then over Strangford Lough, and then down towards Lisburn before making our turn on to finals before arriving at Belfast City Airport. And here are some views over Liverpool as we head over towards the Irish Sea. And here's one of the many oil rig platforms in the Irish Sea. And the next thing we knew, we were looking at the south of the Isle of Man. Let's now take a look at the interior of the ATR72. The seats are in a 2-2 configuration the entire way through the cabin, and you can see that here. And now let's take a look at the toilet. There was a mirror there. You can see the toilet down there. There's not a lot of space in the toilet. There's the door there, and the sink there with soap. And there were also some tissues and toilet paper. And here's the flush of the toilet. Just outside of the toilet are the stairs we used to board the aircraft. Let's now take a look at the seat. You can see the seat in front with the table there as well. Not an awful lot of legroom, but there is a seat back pocket as well there. And there is not much space at all around the seat, although there is an armrest there. And you can now see the coast of Northern Ireland coming into view. This is roughly the area around Newcastle, and we will now be starting to descent into Belfast City Airport. Distance there you can also see the Mourne Mountains. And now, as we land at Belfast City Airport, you can also see some views of Belfast. And then before we knew it, we touched down on runway 04 at Belfast City Airport. And then once we came to a stop on the runway, we made a turn round and then headed into the gate. And then the engines were shut down before the seatbelt sign was then shut off. And then shortly after that we were allowed to disembark. And at Belfast City Airport allowed me to see a number of interesting aircraft. And then after a quick walk, we were at the arrivals hall. And here's another view of our aircraft from the car park. And finally, here's our aircraft taking off again for Manchester.